in today's episode of Burton Builds. In this episode of Burton Builds, we're supposed to be looking at how my t-shirt cannon works, but yeah, it broke. So, not really that much fun. But what I wanted to do was just have a look at exactly what happened. The actual gun didn't break. It's detachable, so there it is there. You can take these two pieces apart. And I did this for good reason. Because of this thing, again, this thing, and this little piece of rubber. Now, we were supposed to originally make a silicon slug, or piston, whatever you want to call it, and that goes inside our barrel. Goes in there. Now, I made this thing, I poured some silicon into a piece of pipe, might be better to see it that way, and I was hoping that it would dry overnight. It's now been 3 days, it still isn't completely dry, which is making me think that there's something wrong with my silicon. But that aside, while I was waiting for our silicon piston to dry, I went to the shop and got this little guy. Now this is a pole's end cap or pipe cap or something, and I glued this rubber washer onto the end of the cap. And I was hoping that this rubber washer would give us a nice seal, and it did. It worked really well for about a day, and that was about it. We went through 4 bars, 5 bars, 6 bars, 7 bars of tests, and when I went to 8 bars, this little piece of rubber shot off. So the seal on the piston was absolutely gone. So what I ended up having to do was take the cannon apart and take the whole piston and everything out, and I've had to manufacture another one, which is drying, by the way. I think the reason the rubber came off of this piston is because I used contact adhesive to glue it on, which is probably one thing, and maybe one of the other reasons is that I didn't leave it to dry properly. I left it to dry for about 1 hour, and then I started using the gun because I just couldn't wait. And I'm pretty sure with all the airflow going over the rubber, it just pulled itself off. So you guys are going to have to wait for the next video. Hopefully by then the piston is dry, I'll have the gun together again, and we can carry on with the testing. That's the boring part of the video. Let's just get rid of this thing. I still actually want to try this, so I'll give it another day or two, and then I'll pull the silicon out of the plastic tube, and then we'll try it in the gun as well to see what works better. But I'm kind of thinking that this isn't really going to work. The fun part about today's video is looking at some cordless drills. Now, for many years, probably for the last 10 years, I've had this wonderful cordless drill. As you can see, it's not very cordless. Once upon a time it was cordless. Here's the battery and the charger, and it was working until this piece of rubbish gave out. So let's get rid of those things. They don't work anymore. So what I ended up doing was putting a cord on my cordless drill. Now that doesn't really make it cordless anymore, but it was still mobile, and I used this 12-volt alarm battery which worked for, I don't know, 5 odd years, and I've literally been using it like that all the time. It's really irritating to use, but it still works. It's sounding a little bit worse for wear. The chuck is worn. Actually, everything about it is just worn and really used. So I needed to get a new drill. I have a certain brand of drill that I wanted to buy, and I've been kind of hoping that it will come on promotion on some of the online stores. And I waited for 2-3 weeks, and nothing's really been happening. So I thought, let me just go and look at our local hardware store. That's where I get all of my little bits and pieces from, and they also sell tools. And there was the drill, but it was 6,500 Rand. Now that's a lot of money for anybody to buy a cordless drill. So I just left it at the shop, and I thought I'll carry on waiting. I'll carry on with my old piece of rubber. And we're sitting now 2 weeks down the line, and lo and behold, this morning the drill that I wanted came on promotion on one of the online stores. Now that was great. So I was just about to hit that buy button, add to cart, buy, pay, done. And I thought, well, you know what, let me just go and have a look at the hardware store again. And you know what was there? That same drill and it was 30% less than it was 2 weeks ago. I'm so glad I didn't buy it 2 weeks ago. So what I ended up buying was one of these babies. Yes, for a long time I've been wanting a DeWALT cordless drill. Now this isn't the smallest cordless drill, it is one of the medium-sized ones. It's one of the 18-volt cordless drills. It came with two 5-amp batteries and a charger, and the best part about it, it was 30% less than it was 2 weeks ago. So I thought, you know what, let's buy it from one of the locals. So I'm gonna unbox it. Yes, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Damn it. Here we go. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. Don't you just love that new tool smell? It actually smells like plastic. I couldn't wait. I can't believe that I actually bought one of these things. And there it is. Let's get rid of that. There's our second battery. Woo! Almost dropping it. There we go, and our charger. Man, I can't wait to use this thing. Woo! Yes! Battery needs to be charged. So does this one, but that was expected. It is a 18V XR, well, which is basically the DeWALT brushless 18-volt XR model. It's the model DCD796 type 1, whatever type 1 means, with the 5-amp battery, the bigger batteries, and it comes with a belt clip, and I don't know what this is on this side. And yeah, that's pretty much it actually. So I'm really glad I eventually got this. Now, I was actually going to settle for a Makita. The Makitas are a little bit cheaper, and I think it's a Japanese brand, whereas this is a American brand as far as I understand. So yeah, I'm pretty much happy that I held out and I bought one. Now that the unboxing is complete, I need to ask you guys something. What is better than a DeWALT cordless drill? I'll tell you. Haha! 2 DeWALT cordless drills. Yes! I bought 2 of these babies. The price was so good, and I thought, you know what? I can't let this offer go. So I ended up buying 2. Now, the main reason I bought 2 is because I wanted 4 batteries. I'm not only going to buy the drill, I'm also going to buy the small angle grinder, and I'm going to buy the jigsaw, and probably a vacuum cleaner if they've got. So I thought I needed 4 batteries for 3 or 4 products. That's about it. So if you like the video, hit the little thumbs up button. If you've got some comments, leave them in the comment section below. I don't know, maybe some of you guys have got these tools and you like them or don't like them. So tell me about them. I suppose all that is left to say is see you next time. Cheers. Oh, I just realized something. Hey, everything's matching. Oh, it matches my shirt as well. Check it out. Yes, man. That is cool. Jingles. This thing takes no prisoners. This is the trigger for the t-shirt cannon. I was just drilling out the little valve. I think we're going to get a lot quicker release with the restriction gone. Can't wait to use it.